What's up, everybody? Noah Kaser back here for another episode of Noah Kaser Live. I have a special guest here, but first I'm going to go over what we're going to talk about really quickly. So this is going to be a short little show. I haven't done one in a while. Things have been busy with work, life, stuff like that. So we're going to be going over our top 20 favorite movies of all time, the top 10 best movies or our favorite movies of the year so far. We are halfway through. Also, our Letterboxd Wrapped for the entire year so far. Again, halfway through. We watch quite a few movies, maybe 1-2 movies every week. No, a shitload more than that. But I am joined by my good buddy, Luke Panto.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, guys? And we already have a comment here. I'm not sure. Oh, hey, Sav, it's great to see you. It's late over there, man. It's great to see you. It's midnight over there in the UK. Thanks for staying up.
Dude, dedication, bro. I love it.
He is one of my dedicated viewers. Every single show. He's pretty much here until the show is over.
Dedication, bro. I love it. That's all I got to say, man. Dedication.
That's right. So we're going to start off with our top 10 best movies of the year so far. So the way that this is going to work is that I'm going to go through my 5 first.
All right.
And then we will go from there. So let me get yours up here as well, and then we'll just go from there. So as I am getting this up here, Luke, plug your channel for just a second.
All right. So, yeah, there's my my little channel name right there. If you guys want to go subscribe to my channel, I do movie reviews, watch-alongs, hangout streams, all that good stuff. I still have to do my June monthly ranking. I've been kind of lazy with doing that, and plus life has gotten in the way. So maybe this weekend I'll try to film it and then have it out there for you guys. Or I could wait by the end of the month and just combine my June releases and then also my July stuff. But it's a monthly ranking, so I got to do one by one. So,
and surprise for you guys, I'll be doing a review in this show. I haven't done a review in, 3-4 months?
God knows how long.
I think my last one might have been Plankton. It might have been the Final Destination 1 through 5. I don't know. But I'll be giving you guys my review of Heads of State, which you'll see that a little bit of a spoiler here. It's in my top 10 of the year so far. But I'll go into why. So, starting off with my top 10. We're going to be going from 9 to 5.
You mean 10? You mean 10 to 6, or?
The way that this is set up, it won't let me hide much. So, okay.
I mean, hey.
So there will be 1, 2, 3 honorable mentions before we get to 10, so I can just go up.
All right.
We'll start off with technically number 13. My number 13, 12, and 11. Locked, Hearts Around the Table, Kiki's Fourth Ingredient, and To Barcelona Forever. 2 Hallmark films. They're my bread and butter. But Locked, great movie. Very twisted, very seclusive, well-written, very fun film, great acting. Hearts Around the Table, Kiki's Fourth Ingredient. I'm a bit biased because I am friends with the lead actress here. I love Catherine, always have. Let me see if this light helps me. That does help me a little bit. Okay. Now I don't look like I am about to eat everybody from outside the darkness. So, number 10. Number 10, I Love You Forever. This is a movie that is very, very dark. This one stars Ray Nicholson as a abusive boyfriend. Our lead star and our lead girl here has had no luck in love, and now she is in love with this one guy. She is texting him all the time, but then dates happen. They get very, very close. They move in together. Eventually it gets to the point where he is now very abusive, verbally and mentally, not physically. So every single time she goes anywhere with her friends, it's like, hey, when are you coming home? Why don't you love me? You said that you would never leave me, blah, 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 stuff like that. The further it goes, it does get to where he pushes her a couple of times, is about to hit her. It's a very emotional film, but it's so well written because it's very real. I've seen stuff like this happen in a relationship. I've seen it happen out in public. I've seen it happen with my friends. It's not fun. And the way that this is depicted is realistic, and it is heartbreaking to watch. If you guys have not seen this movie, it's a small little indie, but my lord, it's not an easy watch. I needed something light afterwards because it's just 96 minutes of a great rom-com and then hard-hitting abusive drama. Luke, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend when it's cheap enough. Definitely check it out. It's one that nobody is going to be talking about at the end of the year, which is very, very sad. My number 9 right now is a Machu Picchu Proposal, a Hallmark movie that just came out a couple weeks ago. Again, I might be a bit biased because I interviewed the lead actor, actress, and the director, and I am interviewing the people who are supposed to be getting engaged this Sunday. So I'll have everybody in the movie on the Hallmark podcast.
There you go.
It's very hard to do that, but I achieved it. But this is all about her brother wants to go to the top of the mountain and propose to his girlfriend. But along the way, his girlfriend's best friend all of a sudden just shows up, and now he's there. And every single time that he wants to try and propose, something happens. Like Dan has a okay. How do I spoil this without spoiling it? Okay, there are ways, like with he drops the ring, he pushes him, he gets in the way of this. A song happens. There's a sweatshirt that he's allergic to. So there's things that happen along the way where he can't quite propose like he wants to, but he is going to in the end. It's a Hallmark movie. We know how this goes. We've seen this movie 1,000 times, not in Hallmark. I mean, we've seen quite a few of the rom-coms. This is the typical one. Next up is one that I really enjoy. Number 8, Turn Me On. This is a sci-fi film all about these people who are given these pills. And these pills make them have no emotion. And they are government-mandated pills that you have to take. And if not, they don't know what happens. So this one girl, our lead girl played by Belle Powley, all of a sudden goes, I'm not going to take this pill. I want to see what happens. All of a sudden, she can laugh. She has feelings. She can cry. She knows how to love. All those feelings were turned off because of these pills. She wants to tell all of her friends to do that, and they're scared because it's a routine. You go to work, and in this world, you are given a partner, you are given a house and a job, and you are locked into that. You are not leaving. If you do, you will be completely shut down and moved to a separate place to start all over again. This is a very innovative, original film that feels like a bit of like a Blade Runner with a Matrix with a erotic thriller in there. It's 3 things all at once, and it's fully original, fantastic performances. It's one that I highly recommend everybody see. It's Vertical Entertainment, so it will be on there at some point on Hulu. When, I don't know. Next up is Queen of the Ring. Queen of the Ring is a great film that I really enjoyed. This is a 2-hour and 20-minute wrestling film all about the first big star in female wrestling. And it's all about her rise up to the top and all her struggles. We see a lot of people in there that we know, if you're a wrestling fan, like a Britt Baker. She's in there. Multiple other people are in there. But this is one that just hit me in the right way. Unfortunately, Walton Goggins is in here, and he's fully wasted. This could have gotten higher, but he's literally wasted. He is in here for maybe a good 30 minutes, and his character has nothing to do besides just stand there and spout out a few lines that make almost no sense. But
wow, that disappoints me as a Walton Goggins fan.
Yeah. And then I believe that this is my 5th one. So here we go. Number 6. Number 6 is Black Bag.
Now, this one I really didn't think you would like, because this is a dialogue-heavy movie.
Yeah, it's a dialogue-heavy spy thriller, and this spy thriller really does work. It's not action-based, it's dialogue and story-driven. With this type of a movie, I thought that this was going to be a sleeper. I thought I was going to fall asleep early in the morning watching this. This is one that I watched and I fully enjoyed. It is a fantastic, fantastic film that I really think everybody should see. If you haven't seen it, it's on Peacock. It's 90-something minutes, and it is great. It's great. I bought the Blu-ray day one. It is immediately one that I will be watching very, very soon again. So now we will go into Luke's. I don't know where this stops, if I'm being completely honest with you, because I didn't count. But thankfully, yours has numbers and mine doesn't.
Well, it's because I actually pushed the ranked button on there. Also, somebody forgot to tell you somebody's waiting backstage.
Yes. We'll get them on after we do these.
All right.
The 5 here.
And I want to do my let's see. Want to add in my my honorable mentions first to go down to I'd say at least number 23.
Okay.
All right. So yeah. So honorable mentions. The Gorge proves why I love Scott Derrickson. It's a sci-fi action horror romance movie. It's a complete genre blender, but it works on all those fronts. Maybe a little bit iffy in the third act, but it's still really freaking good. It has incredible chemistry between Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy. Heart Eyes. If you guys want a good rom-com slasher, you got one. Heart Eyes is right there for you. Final Destination Bloodlines. Probably the best one. It's pretty damn good. Noah talked about this one already. Black Bag. I like that it's more dialogue based and it's not just focused on like gunshots and explosions, but with these performances and the dialogue, it works. All right. The Day the Earth Blew Up. This was a treat. It was nice to see a new Looney Tunes movie. It makes me sad that Warner Brothers does not care about this property anymore. But hey, if Ketchup Entertainment wants to give us some more Looney Tunes movies after this, and since they bought the rights to Coyote versus Acme, gimme. Paddington in Peru, it's charming. I don't know what else really to say. It's so damn good. Noah talked about this one, Locked. I love claustrophobic thrillers if they actually put you in that setting and not just like, oh yeah, here's the situation. Feel bad for this dude. Like you're actually like legit put in this situation, like a phone booth, like a buried, like that kind of situation. Like you feel like you're in this location with this one person. So, and Bill Skarsgård, I think, gives one of his best performances. Like as a protagonist, I will say this is his best performance.
I fully agree. Where he doesn't have a lot of face paint on.
The only type of makeup he really has is the blonde hair dye. That's really it.
Yep.
But hey, I'm not going to complain because, I mean, he looks good with that. Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul, the very first movie I watched this year. I'm a Wallace and Gromit guy. This made me very happy. Noah. Oh, you and I have had discussions about this one, The Monkey. This is my kind of movie. I love horror comedies if they're done well to make me laugh. That's what The Monkey did for me. And it was damn funny. Thunderbolts. This was the movie that the MCU needed. A movie about depression, anxiety, mental health. Not just, convoluted espionage kind of stuff right there. A good superhero movie that is morally focused on the characters. Mm-hmm. Death of a Unicorn might be polarizing for some, but I don't care. It worked for me. Okay, Companion. This one went down significantly because I don't think this film works as well as it does on first viewing. Because after like multiple viewings, you lose a lot of the surprises. But hey, it's still a damn good movie.
I have yet to rewatch it. Once I rewatch it, we'll see if it goes down.
I mean, this is just coming from someone who loves Companion. Like, yeah. I just don't think it works as well on second viewing since you lose a lot of the surprises.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then 11, I have Fight or Flight. Because this year has been so disappointing for action movies, like, you know, we had Love Hurts, Havoc, like those kinds of movies. This was like a little breath of fresh air for me. Like a movie that doesn't take itself so seriously. It knows what it is. It's Bullet Train on a plane, but definitely has a lower budget. But it knows what it is. It has fun. Okay. Now let's go to the top 10. To kick it off with Novocaine, speaking of awesome action movies, this is an action comedy that feels more grounded than most. It's not super bombastic and over the top. It can be over the top, but this is one of those films like where it depicts a real life thing that people have, where people have the inability to feel physical pain.
Yep.
And this movie utilizes that concept to its fullest potential. I mean, where else can you get a movie where Jack Quaid literally sticks his hand in a deep fryer and his hand is literally fried? Like, and he doesn't even feel it. Like, where else can you get that? None other than this movie.
That's a man movie.
Yes. I still think this would work well for a date night, honestly.
This works well for a date night, but also just with the boys. This is one where
well, if I would say for a date night, if your girl can handle gore. Because this movie does not hold back. Like you see a lot of the stuff in this movie. Like you see them.
Snapping fingers, burning flesh.
Like a burning hand.
Explosions.
A broken arm. Like you see them. But yeah, I love Novocaine. I've watched it a couple of times since theaters because this is just a movie that is a nice little cheer me up. Mm-hmm. Like if you're having a rough day and you need like a good action movie to pop on, like a nice little comedy, you have Novocaine.
Yep.
Okay, number 9. We'll see how many people I try to piss off with this one because I know some people out there that have some thoughts about this one, but the live action How to Train Your Dragon, this movie knew exactly what it needed to be. Now look, is it shot for shot? Yes. Is it too long? Yes. But if it's made by somebody who actually cares and knows this property more than anybody else, then I think you have a recipe for success on your hands. Mm-hmm. Because I think this is one of the few animated films that we've gotten, you know, as a live action remake that actually translates really well into live action. Like and people are like, well, The Lion King was shot for shot and that was live action. Well, that was not live action. That's a CG movie. May have live action backgrounds, but that's not a live action movie. No. This one is live action. You have human characters that actually give emotion. And with how they give the dragon designs, especially Toothless, perfect. So I love it, man. It's great. Number 8, I think this would be the movie of the summer for me, like so far. Probably, I think this will be the movie of the summer, but we'll see what happens by the end of the summer. F1. This is a movie everybody needs to go see in a movie theater. This movie is a theater experience. Like, it's like Top Gun Maverick, which, funny enough, from the same director.
Yep.
It's one of those films where it's like, it completely merits a theatrical experience. Like, there's some films where it's like, I prefer to see it in theaters, like, but you can still enjoy it at home. But F1 is like, no, you need to go see this on the big screen. And all the racing sequences are practical. There's no CGI. It's really done well from Joseph Kosinski's direction. So, yes, it's over 2.5 hours, but it's worth it. Go see it. Okay, number 7, the most recent film I watched on this list, Bring Her Back. If you guys watch Talk to Me, you guys would know how good these guys are.
Hi.
Yep.
Hi. Yeah.
What?
I am chicken shit. I am chicken shit. I watched Talk to Me. Okay.
But Bring Her Back might be a little bit better.
Is it scarier?
It's a little bit more disturbing, and it's definitely more sad. Like Talk to Me kind of has that little bit of party vibe, even though that movie's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
But Bring Her Back has more of the emotional core added to it. So, and I think with how the Rocker brothers really pulled this off, aka the Philippou brothers, it's really well done. Am I really going to revisit this movie that much down the line? Probably not. But if I were to, if I'm kind of in a fucked up mood and I need to, like, you know, watch something like disturbing and fucked up,
Mm-hmm.
that could be the one I would go to, because it handles those elements so well.
You know me, right?
Yeah.
You know me very, very well. Horror is not my genre. But with you knowing me very, very well, I knowing you very, very well, is this Noah Kaser approved? Is this one where I watch it in the morning and I'm terrified the rest of the day? Or is this one where I can watch other stuff afterwards and it doesn't ruin my day of watching stuff?
I think this would just be one of those films where this should be the only film you watch during the day, because that way you can actually let the film sink in and not let anything else like distract it from you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's honestly, to me, with what I would say, at least with Bring Her Back, because it's disturbing, but
Mm-hmm.
it's worth a watch. Number 6, this one could go up thinking about it, but I don't know. But it's Wes Anderson's The Venetian Scheme. If you know me, you know how much I love Wes Anderson. And I think it's honestly his best since The Grand Budapest Hotel. And what I think this does better than a couple of his previous films is that there's a much more clear story and clear narrative and much more straightforward that you can follow it. Yes, it does have its typical style, like where it can go off to the center in different times.
Yeah.
Like a couple of like black and white segments. Like you got that a little bit in Asteroid City.
Mm-hmm.
But with this one, it's not like so in your face. With this one, like I said, there's much more of a story with this one. Like, and you can actually follow it a lot easier. And yes, there's a lot of cameos in this movie. Like, it's a typical Wes Anderson film. You've seen it before.
Yep.
But if you love Wes Anderson like I do, check it out. You might really enjoy it.
Is My Girl in it?
What do you mean?
My favorite actress, who's in, I think, 2 of his films.
I was trying to think of like who you're thinking of, because
Saoirse Ronan.
no, she is not in this one.
She's not in this one. Okay. Automatic half star down. No.
I mean, hey, you got Michael Cera in his first one, so
yeah.
And you also got, like, of course, you got Benicio del Toro, you got Tom Hanks, you got Bryan Cranston, Benedict Cumberbatch, just to name but a few. But yeah, Venetian Scheme, this is my kind of movie. So that's why it ranks this high.
And I'm letting you do your number 5 first, and then we'll just go back and forth.
All right. So my number 5 is Warfare. Now, oh God. This movie, I wish I got to see it in the movie theater, but still seeing it at home still kind of gave me the same experience, since because I watched it on a 4K TV. And this is an intense movie. Like, this is not going to be a movie you're going to want to watch over and over again. Like, this is one of those films you should only watch like for the experience itself.
Mm-hmm.
And not just as a movie where you just got to get your friends over and be like, hey, let's pop in Warfare. That's not one of those movies.
No.
Like if you want to watch something entertaining, why would you grab Warfare? But the one thing I really loved about this film, and I know you'll get more into it on yours.
Yeah.
But the thing I love most about it is that it puts you into this one mission. Like,
mm-hmm.
after the mission's over, after 90 minutes, the movie's done.
Yep. And it moves at a rapid pace. I'll I'll go into that a little bit later because I got a lot to say about that movie.
All right.
But my number 5, I just re-ranked a couple things. So my number 5 is Paddington in Peru. This fucking bear, dude. He warms my heart.
Who doesn't love this little bear?
I love this bear. I remember seeing the first one in theaters. I'm like, this one is going to be cute. But then I came out of there. I'm like, I love that fucking bear.
Who doesn't, man?
I can easily sit down and binge watch all 3 in a marathon and have a good day. If these movies don't put you in a good mood, I don't want to know you as a person. Because it's Paddington. It's Paddington Bear. He is, of course, a marmalade-loving bear who just wants to have fun and help people. This one, they take him on a bit of a jungle adventure, so it kind of has like a Jumanji feel to it, a little bit. Now, fun story here. How often do I get my parents to go to the theater?
Not very often.
When was the last time that they went to the theater before this?
I do not know.
Despicable Me 4.
Oh, out of all movies.
Out of all movies, well, my dad says, we're both off of work. Do you want to go and see a movie? I said, sure. So we went and saw that. But then we had Twisters. And we had Deadpool Wolverine right afterwards. So at least we had some good films. With this film, you know how big of a scaredy cat my dad is. Out of all movies, would you imagine that he screamed and kicked his legs up in the theater at this movie in one part?
What?
What part do you think that he went, ah, and kicked his legs up?
Probably the scene with the spider?
No.
Oh, really?
The snake.
The snake. I would have thought the spider.
He was fine with that spider. He was fine with it. But that fucking snake just went, and he went, ah! Get the fuck out, everybody. I'm like, this is not a horror movie.
I know.
But, whoo, man, do I love Paddington, and that's going to be a story I tell for years. Because it's funnier. My other favorite one is when I was watching the first Jurassic Park, and it's the scene where they're in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, with the scene with the raptors. Yeah, dude.
That scene, if you haven't seen it before, it can be a bit creepy. It is. But what is your number 4? Well, if it will work, here we go. Number 4.
Well, my number 4, you can actually also see it in my background over here. It's Better Man. Now look, I knew this before, before the movie came out. I did not have a single clue who Robbie Williams was. None of us did until we heard about this movie and we saw how it was going to pan out. Like his story was being told as through the lens of a CGI monkey.
Yep.
Which is a very unique idea for a music biopic. Can you ever think of another movie where they came up with that idea?
Exactly.
And I'm going to tell you this right now, before anyone's like, the CGI monkey is nothing really interesting about this movie. This is told from his point of view. So I want to get that very clear. This is told from his point of view, not from like a manager's point of view or like his parents or anything like that. This is his story told from his point of view. And that's the thing I really appreciated most about this film. It's told from like the actual artist's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually depicts the actual obstacles that he had to overcome in his life, because Robbie Williams was honestly not afraid to admit how much of a shitty person he was throughout his life. And because, in a lot of music biopics that other music artists would just try to martyrize themselves and try to make them seem like they weren't like assholes or anything like that. Robbie wasn't afraid to do it.
Yeah.
And there's so much creative energy behind the scenes here because you have Michael Gracey's direction, the guy who made The Greatest Showman. Like, a lot of great energy in here. A lot of really cool transition shots that involve CGI. I mean, the CGI in this film is immaculate. And there's a reason why this film got nominated for Best Visual Effects at the Oscars.
Yeah.
So, and again, I know some people don't like this movie. I get why for some, but trust me, if you give it a second chance, it might sneak up on you.
My number 4, you were talking about how the action films have been a bit boring and disappointing.
All right.
I'm going to raise you one. Heads of State.
All right.
Heads of State is so fucking fun. It knows exactly what it is. So if anybody doesn't know what this is all about, it's John Cena and Idris Elba. John is the president, and Elba is the head of state in the UK. I'm not going to go into everything because it can give some stuff away, but they are supposed to be meeting with the other nations, and on a flight, they both get on Air Force One. It's attacked, and the plane crashes. But they jump out of the plane. So now it's up to them to get back to where there is anybody, because they land in the middle of a jungle. And now they have to find out who did it, why they did it, and how are they going to prove it. With action scenes galore, because everybody is trying to kill them. This movie knows what it is. This is fun. It's an hour and 45 minutes. It's immaculately shot. The action is not like anything I have seen in recent times. Now, in a Fight or Flight, that's a great action film. With a Novocaine, that's a great action film. This takes you back to the classic 90s to mid 2000s action films. This is
all right.
Well shot. It's funny. The chemistry between the two guys, but also our female star, Priyanka Jonas. That was great. She had a past with Elba, and there's a story there about why they had to split off. A great reason. Good romantic chemistry between them. It works phenomenally. This movie works for me. And yes, a lot of people know that in my house, there's God, there's Jesus, and there's John Cena. That's not the reason here. It's because it's genuinely a great film. This trailer looked like dog shit. The trailer looked awful. This movie works. If you guys haven't seen it yet, it's on Amazon Prime, just came out this week. It's a great movie to watch just like on a rainy day. Just watch it with your partner before you go to bed that night. It's a great movie. Check it out. It's my 4th favorite of the entire year.
Yes, I'll have to check it out whenever I get a chance to.
I think it'll be one that might make your top 20.
We'll see.
It might make your top 20. Your number 3.
Okay. And this is another one that Noah and I have had discussions about. Mickey 17. This is just one of those films that really just works for me. I mean, I love this movie so much that I have a poster that I still haven't hung up yet. I also bought the book that this movie is based on. And I'll do another one better for you guys. Yeah, I own it on Steelbook. So that should tell you really my love for this movie. I think this was actually the quickest I ever saw a movie in theaters twice, because saw it opening night, loved it, but I was like in the back of my head, I was like, I think I need to go see that again, so that way I can like really grasp my full thoughts. And I saw it a second time, and I loved it even more. And every single time that I watch it, I enjoy it even more. Like, this is just one of those films that is just really entertaining. Like, beginning to end. Yes, it's artsy. Yes, it's weird. Mm-hmm. But This is from the same guy that made Memories of Murder, Snowpiercer, and Parasite. Those are weird movies in and of themselves. But Mickey 17, this is not just a sci-fi action comedy. This is a political satire.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know that going in, you're going to have a good time, because Mark Ruffalo makes fun of a certain political figure that we all know, and he does a great job at it. I mean, you also got Robert Pattinson playing dual roles here, Mickey 17 and Mickey 18. Great. So this is just one of those films that, like I said, every single time that I watch it, I tend to like it a little bit more, because this is just one of those films that is just so up my alley. And the visual effects in this movie, gorgeous. Like, and the look of the creepers, great. I mean, Bong Joon-ho did a lot of the designs for the creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just want to full warn you guys. This movie's weird, but if you can take that, watch it. I highly recommend it.
My number 3 is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. You know where I'm going with this. It's Snow White.
You know, I'm right with you there, dude.
Now, why did Snow White work for me? Okay. Here's the thing. One, I got attacked profusely for this before the movie even came out. Anybody had even seen the movie yet? There was no reactions. Nothing but a box office tracking and a trailer. So this movie came out. Everyone was just dogpiling on it immediately as Rachel was cast. Not when she said her comments, which we're not going to get into that, but as soon as she was cast, there was just heat. What had she done before then that was so bad? Shazam, she was great in that. And West Side Story, great in that. And Y2K, great in that. She elevated
The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Can't forget that. The Ballad of
Songbirds and Snakes. That's 4 films where she was particularly awesome in all of those. Great performances, and it immensely works. However, why did people jump on this? I don't give a shit if I get fucking canceled. I'll tell you why. Do you remember The Little Mermaid?
Yep.
Why did that get hate?
Because of the race of the lead actress playing Ariel. And you want to know what? And you want to know what happened with Snow White? The same thing.
And guess
even
what?
Before the comments.
And guess what happened?
They're both good.
They're both good. But also, guess what? People said they weren't going to watch it.
And guess what?
What happened?
People watched it.
Number 1 on Disney Plus, which is not that big a deal because it's new to Disney Plus. If you only have that streaming service, of course you watch it. But the sales on that motherfucker on digital.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
And guess what happened? My DVDs are sold out at Walmart.
You
so
see?
You can all suck my ass. Because I told you, everybody was going, I fucking told you people. I came on here and I told you that this movie was going to be completely all right. Now, does that mean this movie is for everybody?
No.
Movies hit, and I will put this, and Aladdin. Aladdin,
there you go.
Did the same thing. They did the same thing with Will Smith. This movie got unwarranted hate because of race before they even saw it. Now, for the actual movie, it's not a remake. This is not a remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. They said it was not a remake.
This is a retelling of the Snow White story.
Yep, it's a reimagining. So they mix a Robin Hood and a Snow White together, and they don't do any shifts that make it feel like it's a completely different film from the original. They hit all the story beats, because if they made it shot for shot, what would happen, Luke?
A lot more people would complain.
And what happened with How to Train Your Dragon that you just talked about?
Everyone loved it because it was actually in the hands of somebody that cared about the property.
And guess what? What happens with all these Disney live-action remakes?
Most of them tank at the box office.
Now,
mostly because everybody's tired of them. But the reason why Lilo and Stitch did well is because that one's a lot more of a popular IP than Snow White is.
Now, with all of the live action remakes, here's what happens. People say they don't want them to change anything, but they don't want it to be the same either. You can't please anybody. So what happened in this version of Snow White?
They changed some things, and then people were not happy.
Yeah, but if they did the same thing, they would have said the exact same thing. I hate it because it was the same exact thing. But people were bound to determine this was going to flop, and they were going to review bomb this even before the movie even came out. So one thing that I bring up, how much screen time does the original Prince have in the original Snow White movie?
About 5 minutes.
How much does he say?
Barely anything.
Okay. Why does Dopey not talk?
He's he never really talked in the original, did he?
He never talked because they said he doesn't know how. In this version, if a person was just there not saying anything, it would be useless for that character to be there. So they give him a reason why he was not talking, because everybody was basically a bully. They bullied him.
Yep.
The other dwarves bullied Dopey. So when Dopey spoke, that's because he was comfortable with Snow White. He was comfortable with her. Once she goes, hey, you don't got to be scared anymore. Just show them. That's a message to a lot of kids, because we are outgoing people. But there's a lot of people who are not outgoing. And to some kids, this will help them be a bit more outgoing. That might help them get out of their shy space. That might help them. So when you really think about this, this movie does have some great lessons. It's well told. The acting is great. The new songs work.
The new songs, yes. Plural.
I really love this movie. Now, does that mean everything's good in it? No. Does the dwarves look a bit shocking at first? Yes. But what doesn't? What doesn't when you see it for the very first time? You are telling me that the first time that you watched The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, that Mr. Electro looked good? That you weren't a bit shocked about how he looked and you just sunk into the movie?
and then you watch something like Quantumania, and then you're just like, oh yeah, Mr. Electro once again. Like once you see MODOK,
and then you sink into it and you're along for the ride. That doesn't mean it looks good, but it doesn't ruin the movie for you.
Exactly.
Gal Gadot. Some of her line delivery is fine. I don't get what everybody is getting on about with her damn song. I thought the song was fine. I didn't
really like the song per se. And I mean, I get why people flat out bash it for that.
Yeah.
But like as a overall performance from Gal Gadot, pretty damn bad.
It's pretty damn bad, but it's not the worst performance I've seen from her. Have you seen Wonder Woman and Justice League and Red Notice?
You mean Justice League?
Yeah, Justice League.
Not the first Wonder Woman, and not Zack Snyder's Justice League. Justice League.
And Wonder Woman 1984. That's all I gotta say. Watch that. Go for this line, and that's all you gotta say is this line. You'll be completely like, what the fuck did I just watch? Mm-hmm. But this will be Luke's number 2 of the year. And his number 2 of the year is
Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. I know if Michael is still backstage, I think I put him to sleep. And you know what? I don't care. Because Mission Impossible is one of, if not my favorite action franchise of all time. Tom Cruise just knows what he's doing. All practical stunt sequences mixed and blended with CG. where else can you get a move like what other action franchise can you get like where Tom Cruise leaps across a building and actually breaks his ankle in the process?
Mm-hmm.
Like dangling from a plane, dangling from a helicopter, doing like a whole motorcycle jump off of a freaking cliff, like hundreds of like over 100,000 feet at least.
Exactly.
And what other Mission Impossible movie can you get where he's literally hanging off of a biplane?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where can you get that, dude? Like, that's amazing. Like, and this movie actually stayed in my theater for a little bit longer than I thought they would keep it in. Like, honestly, I think they might have got rid of it like last week, I think, when F1 and Megan came out. Like, I think that was when they got rid of it. And I was surprised it stayed in for as long as it did because, like after, I think it was after Haunted Mansion came out, Dead Reckoning was gone.
Yeah.
So Final Reckoning for me actually stayed in a little bit longer, which I was happy with. So the same day I went and saw the live action How to Train Your Dragon, I went and saw it again because I love this movie and I wanted to go see it again on the big screen to get the full enhanced experience. Because this is, like I said, with F1, you gotta go see like a Mission Impossible movie on the big screen. Because Tom Cruise even says in the beginning of the beginnings before like before the movie starts, like before the Paramount logo shows up, he says that we're doing everything we can like to give you the most authentic film experience that we can. And like he said that with Top Gun Maverick, he said it with Dead Reckoning, he said that with The Final Reckoning. Like whenever Tom Cruise says that, the man sticks to his word.
He's sticking to theatrical because he knows that's where you're supposed to see movies.
Exactly.
See movies.
One, and secondly, he does stunts like no one else can. Like,
and no one else will again.
Like, can you ever think of anybody else that would dangle off of a biplane like he would?
In his prime, I could see a Jackie Chan doing that if they were making these then.
But like
now, probably just Tom Cruise. Probably only Tom Cruise.
And I think this is honestly the craziest stunt that he's ever pulled off. Like, seriously, like, it's insane. I mean, even had like a freaking burning parachute at one point. Like once he jumps from that plane, burning parachute.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dude, like this guy is fucking committed. I love every minute of it. I mean, is this the best one in the franchise? No. Does it have a messy first half? Yes. And are there some strange character decisions? Yes. But even then, that doesn't bug me because this is the Mission Impossible conclusion that I personally needed. So,
my number 2, we've already talked about it, is Warfare. You guys who know me know that I am very picky with what movies I give a 5 out of 5 to. I rarely give a 5 out of 5. This movie is so close. If it wasn't for a couple of small issues with a little bit of pacing, I thought there could have been maybe a good 10 minutes shaved off a little bit. But this movie works as the greatest war film I think I've probably ever seen that depicts it accurately. This is the most accurate war film I have ever seen. It is real, it's emotional, it's oddly funny at some points because there are moments where you have to have a little bit of light jokes. Not like burst out laughing, but quips that just work. Like in-jokes with your buddies. That movie does it. Warfare is the most realistic war film I think I've ever seen, besides maybe a Hacksaw Ridge, a 1917, All Quiet on the Western Front. But we're talking about some of the greatest films of all time. The greatest war films of all time have done this.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yep. And and Saving Private Ryan. This movie, and by the way, we already know every single war is different, This is just for this particular one battle that they did.
This one mission that took place during the Iraq War.
In World War II, they were very different. In World War I, completely different. Every single war is different, and every single one has different beats to it. This movie is a fast-paced, for the most part, very fast-paced film, and that's why it's my number 2. We're going on to our number 1, and then we will go. Yes.
I really don't think we really have to pull up both of our Letterboxd because we have the same number 1.
Yeah.
So let's go from the we're gonna say it at the same time on the countdown of 3, 2, 1. So 3, 2, 1. Sinners is the best film of the entire year. It is phenomenally written, the best directed film I have seen this year, and I think that right now the best actor Oscar should go to Michael B. Jordan. It should go to Michael B. Jordan. It absolutely should. And you want a good best supporting actor or not? Give it to freaking Jack O'Connell.
Yep. And Delroy Lindo could
Delroy Lindo? Give me some for Delroy Lindo.
But the Oscars don't like him because they have snubbed him multiple times.
The Five Bloods, anybody?
Jack, yep. I think Jack is your best option.
I mean, Jack O'Connell just like oozes into that performance. Mm-hmm. Like even like when you first see him, it's like, I don't think I really want to be around this guy. And then when it's revealed that he's the lead vampire, it's like the movie just goes off the hinges, and it keeps you on the edge of your seat like throughout the majority of the runtime. Like even when the whole breakout starts to happen, like in this club that the twin brothers open, like once, and again, this might be slight spoilers, but these were given in the trailer, so who cares?
It's on Max too, so
yeah. Stack is killed, and he gets turned into a vampire by Haley Steinfeld. Mm-hmm. So, and then things go incredibly wrong. So,
this movie is probably the best horror movie I have seen. God, this might be the best horror movie I have seen in 10 plus years. Completely honest with you. This is one of the best movies I have seen in a long time. There are not very many films that I give a 5 out of 5 to. This is the only film I've given a 5 out of 5 to.
This was the one, honestly, to me, that was like an instant 5 out of 5. Like
instant 5 out of 5, and as soon as it came out on digital.
Like exactly. But also the thing is, like, I never really say this very much about new releases because like it's kind of just hypocritical sometimes. But this was one of the few new releases, like as soon as it was done, like as soon as it was over, I was like, that was a masterpiece.
And this is a masterpiece.
This is a masterpiece. And I don't want to hear any comments being like, it's too early to call a movie a masterpiece. I don't care. This movie is perfect on every single level. Not one thing I would change about it.
I've only said that for a few films. In my time immediately after seeing this. Sinners is one of them. Killers of the Flower Moon is one of them.
Absolutely.
Oppenheimer is one of them.
I think we'll get to one of mine here when we once we get to our next segment of this video.
Yeah. But this movie, if you haven't seen it, Sav, you got to see it. I don't know when it comes out to Blu-ray in the UK. Big Polly will probably let you know, but this is the end of this segment. It is a great year for movies. Now, I do want to do one thing first before we do anything else. We are going to go over our worst movie of the year.
I think you and I think if I remember correctly, I think you and I actually both have the same one again.
Let's see.
Check yours first, because I know what mine is.
Okay, let me get to mine. Let me get to mine because I just ranked them, and I have a couple in there that aren't ranked yet because I'm getting ready to watch them.
Right, but again, I think you and I have the same one again, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, really?
No.
I thought we did. Interesting.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You go first, because with mine, dude, I have thoughts.
I will keep mine short.
Okay.
My least favorite movie of the year and the worst movie of the year was yours. Was yours.
But then you saw something else worse.
Then I saw Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Then I saw Hurry Up Tomorrow. Now, what I'm not going to do is sit here and shit on this movie completely, because I can't say that it's a half-star movie. I cannot say that. Jenna Ortega is too damn good. She's way too good in this movie. The cinematography, for the most part, is very well done. Very well done. The music in it is good. It's The Weeknd. What are you expecting?
Exactly.
The Weeknd's a great artist. Now, the story, what fucking story is this? This story is weak. It's not well written at all. The Weeknd, he's trying. And you can tell where there are moments where he has been doing acting classes. There are moments here. However,
but when you watch this, it's like I think you should do a little bit more there, buddy.
But you know who was all over the marketing and he's in it for 10 minutes?
Barry Keoghan.
Barry Keoghan.
Yeah, and it's like, and even he wasn't good in it.
Even he wasn't. The motherfucker who was in Banshees of Inisherin and outshined everybody in that movie.
I mean, even though I know he was the main character, he was in freaking Saltburn, and he was incredible in that.
And he was incredible and didn't get an Oscar nomination. Fine. This is, and yes. We love our Oscars. But this movie will not be up for anything. This is awful. This is complete shit.
Like, you heard the term Oscar bait, right? Right, Noah?
This is
Razzie bait.
This is Razzie bait. This will get a couple of Razzies. Now,
this will probably even get a Worst Picture nomination.
Probably, but so will yours, which we will get into in just a minute. This movie is not good almost at all, but the cinematography, The Weeknd's acting, and of course, Jenna Ortega.
The production shit, like the whole cinematography, great. And Jenna Ortega, just despite some really bad dialogue that she's given, some really bad dialogue.
And a piss poor
She's good
story
in it.
And a piss poor story where you could have put anybody else in there, and even she couldn't elevate the dialogue.
Like, whenever you have someone like Jenna Ortega in a movie, and even she couldn't elevate the dialogue, that's a problem.
But
this is not the first time with that, though. I'll tell you that.
No. This is a good topic. Okay. The Woman in the Yard. Okay. I will say this. I can see why some people don't like this movie. However, Luke and I can kind of agree here. This is a horror film that's not really a scary film. It's more of a grief-based drama than anything else. It's not horror.
It's more about the family drama. Like,
yeah.
Like, that's what this movie is more about, and I think that's actually what helps it. Like, it's the acting with the family drama. Like, it's not trying to, like, overstay its welcome with that. It's not trying to, like, be super pretentious and try to be like the Babadook or Hereditary. Like, it's actually trying to be like its own thing, like with its family drama. I mean, yeah, is it kind of the same? Is it kind of the same kind of mother character as like the Babadook or Hereditary? Yeah. Yes, but it's done in a little bit more of a unique way.
Now, with all that being said, do I want to watch this over and over and over again? With this type of story, I don't. It's a very tough film to watch. It's a very dark film. It's hard to watch this movie over and over again, but I really appreciate that because that's a great point here. That movie needs to be seen. If you haven't seen it yet, it's on Peacock right now. And if you want to support it, the only way that you can buy the Blu-ray is Amazon because Walmart didn't get the Blu-ray in.
Or if you guys want to spend a lot of money, you can go to Barnes and Noble and get it.
Yep.
Which is how I got mine, and mine was 30% off. So,
yep. But your worst movie of the year
is it is not Hurry Up Tomorrow. It's Kinda Pregnant, the Amy Schumer movie that landed on Netflix, directed by Adam Sandler's nephew. Where do I begin with this movie? Where do I begin? First of all, I think Amy Schumer is not funny. The only, now I'm going to be clear. I have nothing against her. Mm-hmm. She seems really nice, but this is not the kind of movie where I think she'd be funny in. If you want to see a good movie that Amy Schumer is in, go watch Trainwreck. That was a really funny movie, and I actually thought she was pretty funny in it. Everything else, like Snatched and I Feel Pretty, or even Unfrosted, she wasn't funny. And this one takes the cake for why I don't think she's funny. And now, look, I know some people are going to go in the comments and being like, you don't like women comedians. I do. There are women out there that are funny.
Of course.
It's her that I don't find funny. A lot of her humor is just cringe. And this movie is filled with a lot of gross out humor that is just not funny. And also our main character in this film, played by Amy Schumer, is the most unlikable human being I've ever seen. She puts on a fake belly just to get sympathy from people.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of her friends are ready to start families. They're pregnant, and they're the ones getting lucky and ready to start families. Her? No. That plan fell through. So she decides to do what a stupid person would do and put on a fake belly. And she meets Will Forte's character, which even then, if she tries to apologize to me about it, I'd be like, no, you tried to get my sympathy for your stupid doing. Yeah, you're not getting my sympathy for that.
No.
So even when I figured out that this was a Happy Madison production, even when I figured out that this was a Happy Madison movie, I was like, I'm in trouble, aren't I? And even when it was over, I immediately regretted watching this movie. And I'm still waiting for a movie to beat this one, but it's not happening so far. I've had some close competition with Electric State and The Lost Lands and Alto Nights, but no movie so far this year has beaten this movie.
Do you want to know when I knew that I was in trouble?
Why's that?
You know that I'm on the Netflix press list.
Right.
When there's a specific email to try and get screeners, when there's no name there, you know they know it's garbage. They won't send you a screener. And if you do, you have to contact a different person who will then contact you with a different person, and it's a big chain of an email. So when that happens, you know you're in trouble. But
oh my God, dude.
There is one thing I will say about Amy Schumer. I like her in Trainwreck. I thought she was likable in I Feel Pretty. Snatched, that was just a bad script. That was a bad script and a bad casting because there's no way she looks like Goldie Hawn's daughter.
Nope.
But yeah. Before we bring in our guest, I have no idea who her humor. I will tell you who her humor is for. Her humor is for some of my family members. Because my family members watch this movie, and friends on my Facebook completely love this shit. They loved it. Said it was the greatest movie they had seen in a long time. And I said, what do you watch? Well, then I watched a little bit of her stand-up. A lot of her stand-up is vagina humor, farts, sex, dates, period jokes, and that's it. So if you're into the...
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
So if you're into joking about your pussy, she's the comedian for you. However, if you want smart humor, You have a Jerry Seinfeld.
Even that, but I was gonna say, you want to know a director that has like some incredibly quirky sense of humor, but even then, if you don't get it, that's what makes it funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want to know what director that is?
Yeah.
Wes Anderson.
See?
Like, he has a very quirky and very niche sense of humor. Like, even like the most basic line that you can come up with, like in the Venetian Scheme, when Zsa Zsa Corda says, "I don't need my human rights."
Yep.
That was funny. Or even like when every time he says, like, "Myself, I feel very safe." That's funny. Because it's like he doesn't even show emotion. Like, that's the best part of it. But like what you refer to, I was like, yeah, that just isn't funny. Like, Wes Anderson does even smarter humor than that. I mean, I'll even say, you and I were not a fan of Friendship. Tim Robinson was funnier.
Yeah.
Like,
and on my last show, I was told you have to watch his show and know his humor, which is true. I did not know his humor.
I didn't either, but even then, I had a couple of laughs out of that one.
Okay, so as we wait for our other guy to come on here, what we're going to do next, I'm going to let Luke decide. Did you want to do our top 20 best movies? No. Our top 20 favorite movies of all time? Or did you want to do the Letterboxd wrap after? Or how did you want to do that?
Let's say the top 20 favorites for last.
Okay.
So that way we can, actually, really talk about these movies for a little bit longer.
I will acknowledge this comment. Have you seen Clown in the Cornfield? We both have seen it.
I actually went and saw it in theaters. Because my theater actually was lucky enough to get it. And that movie's on only a $1 million budget.
And I will spoil something for my podcast. I'm wildly excited for this shit. We get to talk to Cassandra. And that's the actress who played Janet, the blonde in the movie. We will go deep dive into that movie with her Hallmark stuff, and get to know her a little bit better. I can't wait to see that. She is gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to spending an hour and a half just interviewing her with one of my best friends. Me and Kirsten are going to have a great time on that podcast, and we get to talk to her this upcoming Wednesday at 7 p.m. So stay tuned, because that interview will be up on Friday or Saturday, and we'll go into all her Hallmark films. And again, Clown in the Cornfield in a deep dive. How she got the role, what her favorite part was. Is she still friends with anybody in the film? What was it like on set? Stuff like that. But
yep,
we will go into the Letterboxd wrapped for the year. And I'm going to go with Luke first. And then after that, we will go into our overall stats. Very, very quick, just to see how many things we have rewatched the most, our styles, our yada, yada, yada. So, let me see. I'm looking forward to meeting her, man. She is a sweetheart. I have talked to her a couple times. She's a real sweetheart, and I can't wait to get to know her a little bit better.
You actually want to know something that I honestly think that you and I should do at some point? Maybe in October. We should actually assemble a couple of the cast members of Clown in the Cornfield and to do like a whole watch party for. That'd actually be kind of fun.
I think I could probably get Cassie to agree to that, and I can probably ask her that. Just do like a watch along of it.
Yeah, then we can
that way.
Yeah, because I enjoyed Clown in the Cornfield.
Yeah.
So like, it's not like anything groundbreaking, but it's a fun movie.
Oh. But here we go.
Right.
2025 Letterboxd wrap.
And yes, my profile pic is Mickey.
Yep. So
don't judge me. Maybe sometime soon I'll change it to Tom Hiddleston in The Life of Chuck.
Yeah.
Who knows? But anyways, let's go ahead and move on.
So there's all your stats so far. Now, what does this stuff mean for anybody who doesn't know? So your dailies.
So basically
your reviews likes.
So the diary entries, basically, these are. I'm gonna actually go over a quick example with some people that don't know. If you would like to put me in the layout quick.
Yeah.
I'm actually. I'll just pull up like the most random example I can come up with. Okay, I'll go with this one. I'll go with this really quick. So,
it's not letting me do it.
Can't put me in the solo layout.
Is it because I am sharing a screen? It might be because I was sharing a screen. It was because I was sharing a screen. Yep.
Okay, so yes, I'm putting Flight Risk as an example. Don't laugh at me. But basically, you click on this, and then you click on review or log. Mm-hmm. And then if you want to type in a review, it's where it says a little add review down here. Go right ahead and you can type in like your thoughts about the film, like your brief thoughts, and then click on save, and then the film, and then basically it'll be logged into your diary. Or if you don't want to review it, just click save and it'll log it in for you. So yeah, so that's like the basis of how that will work.
Yeah.
And there's only 3 movies that I've only logged on my Letterboxd for this year, because most of the time, whenever I watch a movie, I type like a little brief thoughts on it.
Now that also brings us to this: 362 movies so far this year with 359 reviews.
And this includes rewatches. Includes rewatches. Like if I've seen like a movie multiple times in 1 year, that will be included in the diary entries.
And you have made 22 lists.
Yes, I make quite a few lists like in a year. Like even if I have to update them, like I still make quite a few lists a year.
Likes. This will confuse a lot of people. Now with the likes, this is both what you like.
This is what we like, and also the reviews from people that we liked.
Yeah. So this is everything together. This is not
the likes like all around that you get from people.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is what you like. 20 comments. Now, one thing about this site, Letterboxd, is hard to get a comment on because there's so many people who use this app. The hours is what I look at the most, because the hours is like, holy shit, here's how much time we spend watching movies.
Yeah, I like even after work, I really have nothing to do with my life, so that's what I just do. Like either I just watch YouTube videos or I watch movies.
Or I will plug this. He also does a show like my show, a movie news show, a physical media, and reviews, live hangouts, and watch-alongs. So he has a lot of stuff on his channel. My life is basically wrapped up into the podcast now because it's a lot of work. A lot of people don't know how hard it is to run that podcast, but it's okay. It's okay.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. But 653.4 hours watched this year so far.
There he is. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Out time.
Well,
we are sorry.
I'm going to cut these out, and I'm going to put together my top 10 and put that in a video on my channel, and cut yours and send it to you.
All right.
So that way it's fine. But 653 hours viewed so far this year.
Nice.
So
yep,
we will stop there for that one, and we'll go into mine. Mine is a bit less, but then again, I've been watching some longer films. So right now I am at 306 daily entries and 306 reviews. I've started something new this year where I watch something and I give it a review no matter how stupid and short it is. I don't care. Even if I have watched it multiple times, I want to make those numbers pretty even. Lists, I've made 21 lists so far. I've liked 51 things. And I've made one comment. 483.1 hours viewed. For this long in the year, that's not bad at all. That's not bad.
Yeah, like we're about like since we're like halfway through, it's like yeah, that really is not bad at all.
And
That's
going
not
into your stuff up next. Well, first let's do this. Michael, what is your favorite movie and least favorite movie of the year so far?
Sinners, number 1. Worse, Hurry Up Tomorrow.
So all three of us have the same favorite. You two have the same least favorite.
Mm-hmm. But
So
I know Luke's number 1 worst movie is going to change this year.
you never know, because I have not seen one film worse than that.
Oh yeah, I know what's going to come.
It might, but I don't know about that honestly, because I think honestly, Kind of Pregnant was what was honestly more offensive.
this one
As
was
I said in the chat,
offensive.
that's absolute cinema. Yeah, okay.
How about actually? I'll do you one better, really quick. Instead of absolute cinema, let's see if I can find it quick. I'm gonna pull this up on my phone. How about this? Absolute ass.
Thoughts on 28 years later? My theater did not get it, and the only one I believe who has seen it is Luke.
Yes.
What were your quick thoughts on it?
That was one of my most anticipated films of the whole year. And I will say that is the most disappointing film of the whole year. I thought Love Hurts was going to be that movie.
You might cut out.
Yep, give him just a second, folks.
This is what we go through every Tuesday.
How about now?
There,
You're good.
there you go. Better.
But yeah, as for someone who's like a massive fan of 28 Days Later, like that's my favorite zombie movie of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why did the editing style for that movie almost make me feel fucking nauseated?
Is there shaky cam in it?
There is quite a bit. There's a little bit of shaky cam in there, but it's more like the editing. I mean, I was fine with the editing in the original 28 Days Later, but with 28 Years Later, it was piss poor. Like, I mean, I get that it's the same editing style that Danny Boyle uses for a lot of his films, but at the same time, it's like that got to a point where I was getting a headache. So
Yeah. But
and also, but really quick, I want to say that ending. What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
not going to go into any spoilers, but we're just going to keep going here. We're going to go through the rest of your stats for 2025, and then we'll do mine. So as of right now, 86 films for 2025.
That's just my overall like 2025 movies list.
Yeah.
86 movies, and it shows up my my top 20 right there since I pinned my list.
This is my favorite one here, the bye week. So you can see how many movies we watched every week. So your high point was 26 movies, May 12th through the 18th, and your low point was a even 9. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click here and go through these. So you started with Asteroid City. And so let me see. You did a Wes Anderson binge.
I was doing all that before the Venetian Scheme. I didn't finish until the week of Venetian Scheme.
Thunderbolts,
So-
Sinners.
I went and saw Thunderbolts and Sinners for second times in a double feature.
You did some rewatches. You rewatched all of the Final Destination movies leading up to the new one.
Yep.
And then some more rewatches, some Shudder stuff. and then leading into a watch along for The Goonies.
Yes, sir.
So, going down here a little bit more. 51.7 movies per month on average, 13.6 a week. Does that sound about right, Luke?
That sounds about right to me.
Okay. Going down here a little bit more. Your first film of the year was 28 Days Later.
Yes. I think I had just bought that on digital by then, and I was like, I want to kick off my year with a banger, because I kicked my year off with a bang. I kicked off last year with a banger with Bubba Hotep. This one, I kicked off with my favorite zombie movie.
50th was your favorite vampire movie.
Is my favorite vampire movie, and Nosferatu, which
100th, yeah.
I will get to when we get down to how many times I've watched each movie. You'll see that pop up here in a little bit. But yeah, Venom, that was a rewatch. I just wanted something in the background. It's good. It's not great.
Yeah,
It's the best of the three.
Even then, that's still not saying much, because all three of them are like 3.5s at best. Then A Complete Unknown, my 150th. Really, really good movie. I'm really glad that Timothée Chalamet and Edward Norton and Monica Barbaro got Oscar recognition for it, because they deserved it. Alien Romulus for my 200th movie that I logged. Excellent movie. Love watching it. Valentine, that one was just purely for background noise. It's enjoyable. Jumper, I was just watching random movies on Tubi while I was at my parents' house doing laundry.
That's a guilty pleasure.
I did not like that movie at all, dude. That movie was just that was boring.
No,
that was really boring.
I liked it for what it was. It's not.
Plus, even worse for you, Michael, that movie's already left my mind. Like, I forgot everything about it. And then 350th, Jurassic Park 3. That movie sucks.
And your latest one.
Yes, Mike, if you're watching it.
And my latest one is a movie even better than Jurassic Park 3, which is a Minecraft movie.
No.
Even rewatching it, I sing along to the Steve's Lava Chicken song. I don't care. It's catchy. It's funny. I really enjoy the movie. It's stupid as hell, but it knows it.
Mike's in the chat. Did you hear what Luke had to... Oh, yeah. I was about to say.
GP3 isn't that bad. Okay, brother.
It is.
Okay, I liked it as a kid, but like if I think about it now, no, I can't. No. I can't watch that movie anymore. Like, but even though after rewatching, I've definitely come around on Dominion. Like, I realized how bad it is, and even then, saying that I hate Jurassic Park 3, it's not even the worst one. That goes to Fallen Kingdom. I know people are gonna say Dominion. I think Fallen Kingdom is way worse.
I kind of disagree. I think my least favorite, after thinking about it, I don't like The Lost World. I do not like The Lost World. That's my second favorite.
I love The Lost World.
I love The Lost World.
I just don't like it. Now, Dominion definitively is not that well made, but I don't know what it was. If it just hit me on the wrong day, I don't know. But your most watched.
My most watched is Nosferatu. And those 6 times that you see on there was viewings 2 through 7. I still have not rewatched it after rewatching Sinners, but Nosferatu, that movie does something for me, dude. I mean,
I think Sinners is going to top your watch of Nosferatu.
Probably not, honestly, because if you really think about me with Nosferatu, like that, I mean, yes, I mean, Sinners definitely has a lot more of a story with it too, but Nosferatu is Robert Eggers style all over it, and it does it so well to a point where it's like I could actually see myself watching it more and more. And I mean, same thing with Sinners, but Nosferatu I think is a little bit more special for me because I saw that movie in theaters 3 times, and I thought it was deserved for me to see it 3 times because it's that damn good. And then to 28 Days Later, I watched it twice in June to prep for 28 Years Later because I was that pumped. God, I wish I watched that for a 6th time instead. I wish I watched 28 Days Later for a 7th time instead. regardless, Mickey 17 5 times, Sinners 4 times, Terrifier 3 4 times. Call me a sicko in the comments. I don't care. The Terrifier movies are my thing. I mean, look at me.
Exactly.
Look at me. 28 Weeks Later 3 times, Companion 3 times, and Hard Eyes 3 times.
Going down here a little bit. Okay, let's but
I was actually gonna go over that for a second, really quick.
Yeah.
I know people are gonna be like, "You go to the theater every week." I do, but I like to keep a list of every movie I saw in the theater, even if it was like not even a 2025 movie, like the first one that you see there, which is Nosferatu.
And look, I go to the theater, every week too, but it's like not every single week. It's just a film that I'm looking forward to. Like I go every time.
I go every single week, even if it's a movie I wasn't even looking forward to. Like I'll be honest, like I wasn't even excited for Captain America. I still went to it to still give it a chance.
And I already forgot about that movie.
It only goes up right now to The Amateur because that was the number 20 movie. So you started off with a masterpiece right there, and then leading up to one of the more disappointing movies of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry about that, but I wanted to go over that really quick.
Themes and nano genres. If you know Luke, this makes sense. The top is horror.
I love horror movies. I mean, if you guys, again, sense my shirt, Terrifier 3, I'm a horror guy.
Go down here. Watches. First time watches, 219, and rewatches 143.
So yeah, there's a lot of movies I've been rewatching, but also
that's cool.
I think that's because really quick, before we continue, do you want to go up to my my ranking list really quick? So I can kind of give a little bit more context. Not that one. The full ranking, because I do want to kind of preface a few things. So anyways, like Better Man, Fight or Flight. Let's keep going down because there's a couple more. Like The Day the Earth Blew Up. That's another one. And there's one that I have in the 3-star range with that. And okay, but Hell of a Summer. That didn't get a theatrical release until April of this year. Mm-hmm. And I think it premiered at festivals in 2023.
That was a fun movie, I heard.
It's not bad. But like I said, okay, so yeah, you can go back now. But I just kind of wanted to show that off for people because there's quite a few movies that are on that list that are not 2025 releases, but they got theatrical releases this year.
We will answer this really quick. Favorite horror movie? Luke?
Oh, she wants to know my favorite horror movie. It is. It's right here. Actually, I'm gonna cover this one up because that's not part of it. Yep, the original Hellraiser. That is my favorite horror movie.
Michael?
I'm gonna have to go with Sinners.
Okay.
As current.
As current.
Yeah. For old horror, John Carpenter's The Thing.
That was a close one for me.
My favorite horror movie of all time is The Shining. The Shining.
Here's Johnny.
You're gonna gonna hate me. I never watched The Shining.
Okay. And that I'm joking, damn it. But we will go through one more list here because I do want to keep this about two hours.
I know. I apologize.
Do you want to go through mine after this?
I don't think you actually have. Do you have Letterboxd Pro?
I don't have Letterboxd Pro.
That's the only way you can access your stats.
Yeah, the actual stats. Which
that's the only way you can access it.
Which it's relatively cheap. Do I have a multi-region Blu-ray player yet? No. They went up in price on Amazon. I have not grabbed it yet.
I have my my rankings so far for this year.
Okay.
We'll look at that here in a second.
Yeah, in just a second. And we will wrap up Luke's spot with the casts here.
And if you can probably tell with most of these actors, where did most of these come from?
Wes Anderson.
Bingo. Like Willem Dafoe, Bill Murray, Jeff Goldblum, Jason Schwartzman, Scarlett Johansson, Owen Wilson. Mm-hmm. I think Angelica Houston was only in one Wes. Oh, no. I think she was in two of them. Yeah, because it was Life Aquatic and Darjeeling Limited. And then Rupert Friend made an appearance in a few of them as well. And then really quick, let's go down to director really quick. This should be a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
Wes Anderson's my most watched. I watched all of his films. I know it says 14 because I also combined with the little package of The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar and 3 more of the short films. So, yep, Defoe's my most watched because he actually makes an appearance in quite a few of Wes Anderson movies.
Yeah.
Like, spoiler, he does make an appearance in the Venetian Scheme. Same thing with Bill Murray.
We will go into Michael's really quickly, and then we'll go into mine.
So my number one.
You still got a lot more to add into your list there, buddy.
Yeah.
But those are just your top 5 for now.
But but these are like my top 5 favorites. Like some of them I saw, like I'm like I wouldn't put it in my movies, like my favorite movies of the year. So.
But I'm just saying, like, if you want to add in the rest though, because you got Last Breath, you got Better Man, and yes, I still count Better Man as a 2025 movie. That's when everyone was able to see it.
Yeah.
Like Last Breath, Better Man, Love Hurts, Captain America, Hurry Up Tomorrow. As much as you hate it, you gotta add it on the list.
Oh, this is great, dude.
What?
You're never gonna guess who just DM'd me.
Who is it?
Eli Craig.
Are you shitting me?
Who's Eli Craig?
The guy that directed Clown in a Cornfield.
And what else, Luke? What else?
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
So he's the director of Clown in the Cornfield. I got in contact with him to see if he wanted to send in a video. Just a small video to surprise Cassie with.
Dude, that would be.
So give me just a second.
But you actually want to know something even cooler though with that?
Yeah.
When I went and saw Clown in a Cornfield in the theater, I actually got a DM from Eli Craig. I kid you not, dude. I was like, "Oh, dude, there's no way." Like that's always so cool. Like whenever you get messages like from somebody that is involved with the movie.
But yeah,
because I always like telling this one. When I watched Legend of Ochi, I got a like from the movie's director on my review.
That's
Mr. Isaiah Saxon.
Oh, like Jesus criminy.
What? Oh, hey. Hey, buddy.
What's up?
What's up? What do you want, dumbass?
I don't know.
He's got to say, Mike, did you watch Pulp Fiction yet? No, I didn't.
Oh, wow. Wow. No, really.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Look at my surprise face.
You look like the most pure Wes Anderson character with that face. You're just like...
Am I surprised?
No. Oh, yeah.
Not at all.
Thanks, Sav. It's 1:35 in the morning. Thanks for sticking around this long. I would be asleep. So thanks for stopping. It's always great to see you. And everyone who's still here, thanks for sticking with us. Next up, we're going to be going through my Wrapped first. And then I'm going to bring up Mike's because he's here. So yep. I will bring his up with all his illegal Amish porn.
I can't wait to see his.
What?
I'm joking. I see your Letterboxd rap. I see all the porn you watch.
I didn't think they put that shit on Letterboxd. My bad.
Like,
Mike,
yeah,
is there something
Spank
that's
Spank
not
My
telling
Donkey
us?
45. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that
Spank My
was just
Donkey
under
45.
the. I thought that was under the exclusive adult section of Letterboxd. My bad.
Oh, the letterbox red. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nah,
Okay.
Letterboxd black.
You like that kind of Amish? Damn.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
I'm joking. I'm
Oh my
joking.
I don't know that
kidding.
no one loves to joke with you like that, bro.
I'm
Oh
joking.
yeah.
But anyways,
I love fucking
let's
with
go
him
into
too.
this.
So.
All right, let's take a look at yours, buddy.
My week by week, I got a bit lazy during the second week of March. I only watched 2 movies. I was very busy with work, but 26 movies April 28th through the 4th of May. Not bad.
Not bad.
Damn.
If you look at my past Letterboxd, that's a shitload more than I have done. 300
Sure seems like it.
movies so far. 43.7 every month and about 11.5 every week. I normally try and watch about a movie a day. Right now, I'm doing it pretty much every single day, 1 or 2 a day. I'm on 3 right now. Might go for 4 or 5. I don't know. My first film of the year was A Real Pain.
That was actually the last movie I watched last year.
I had to kick it off with a bang, dude. Everyone said I needed to see this before I could make my best of list. 50th was not on purpose. Groundhog Day. I love that movie. I watch it every day on February 2nd. Companion was 100. Along Came Polly, 150th. Polar Opposites was 200th. That's a Hallmark movie that takes place in Antarctica. I don't know how they filmed that, but listen to those people talk about filming down there. That's brutal. Zombieland, 250th.
Who doesn't love Zombieland?
Good movie.
I mean,
I have not seen the sequel.
The sequel's good, dude.
Yeah.
It's
I was
actually
surprised
really
Michael's even seen the first one. Fuck.
what? Wait. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Michael,
Oh wait, hold the phone. Okay.
You've seen a movie?
Yeah.
What?
300th. It's Christmas in July at my house, or Christmas in June. So get him back for Christmas. It's a GAC movie with the Pen of Vegas. If you guys know me, you know these are my bread and butter, and I just needed something happy. And I'd never seen it. So that was fine. The Sandlot was my last film. Just finished that a few hours ago.
Classic.
And I'm right in the middle of La La Land right now. So I'm going to finish that. Might do Top Gun Maverick afterwards. I don't know. Depends on what
I'm actually currently in the middle of The Brutalist currently.
I gotta watch Top Gun Maverick.
Okay.
We all just did the
Look at my
deadpan
surprise
face.
face.
Ah, you kicked him again.
And he is done. No.
You kicked him again.
Rookie numbers. Yeah.
I should really pull that clip. I love The Wolf of Wall Street. I love that movie so much. So the next time I do a show, I will have that clip on here as just like a joke. But
absolutely fucking not.
it's a great movie. It's one of my all-time favorites. But one thing that everybody needs to know. Do you know this?
Miss Lippy's car is green.
I didn't hear it.
Miss Lippy's car is green.
Oh. Miss Lippy's car is green. Yeah.
It's green.
Most watched movies this year.
Grease.
Grease,
Wow.
nice.
Grease, yeah.
We're the
Twice.
Millers.
We're the Millers, The Mask, Hot
Master
Tub
of
Time Machine,
Disguise.
The Master of Disguise. It's an hour and 11 minutes,
Yeah.
goddammit.
You know what, Noah? You're not alone in that because that movie's a guilty pleasure for me as well.
Guilty
Oh my
pleasure for me too,
God.
man.
I'm just gonna say this.
Yes, Mike,
right now.
I watched that over Pulp Fiction.
And I'm going to slit your throat.
Mm.
Whoa! You gotta watch what you say there, dude.
This is my channel.
watch it to
Anything
say.
goes. I don't care.
Even then.
1,200 subscribers, and I will just fucking start over. Paul Blart Mall Cop, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Billy Madison. I'm just gonna say all of those movies except for Grease is a comfort movie. Grease I watched on accident twice. I watched it once because of me just wanting to watch it, and then I went to visit my grandma, and she said, "Put on Grease," and I said, "Okay, Grandma." And everybody in that house boogied and sang and danced, and everybody just had a good old time.
Summer love.
Paul Blart, let's go.
Let's go.
Stop.
We don't
watching movies
acknowledge
midway.
We don't acknowledge the sequel
Midway.
to Paul Blart.
I stopped watching movies midway.
No, I think he's referring to like when because you're in the middle of La La Land, you said, and then I said I was in the middle of the Brewlist.
Yeah. I'm in the middle of La La Land. Now, what he might be referring to is it might be up here in right here. Okay. So I've watched the movie every single day. I'm right now it's July 4th with I completely forgot. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy 4th of July.
And it's the reason why you watched Jaws earlier today.
Yeah, Jaws
Exactly.
and the Sandlot. Going down here to my casting. Well, first, if you know me, crude humor and satire. I don't care. Farts are funny. Fuck you.
Only one it could be funny.
If they do it right, more like.
As I have the Master of Disguise on there.
That one's just nothing but fart jokes. That's what that movie is.
And Turtles.
What's the one thing that Brent Spiner's character does in the whole movie? Farts.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But
and I'm like, if you take that out of the movie, you would have a much better movie on there with some pretty freaking funny scenes from Dana Carvey.
My watches.
I'll say it, man. I'll say it. I don't care.
204 out of 306, and rewatches 102 out of 306. That's not bad. All of them have been reviewed. No films have gotten a half star. That's I think good then.
Interesting.
3 1 stars, my 5 stars, 25 films. And my casting. Do you guys know who George O'Hanlon is?
Nope.
Is he the voice of George Jetson?
No.
I'm thinking of another one.
There are these shorts that I watch every morning on Turner Classic Movies.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So you want. So like so you want to buy a house. So you want to paint. And it's just Joe McDokes who lives his life and he has bad luck all the time. That's basically what he does.
And I was right. He does voice George Jetson.
Okay, there.
Wow, Mr. Smarty Pants.
And Art Gilmore, he's just the narrator of the series. Cameron Diaz. I have nothing to say about that. I just like her as an actress. Eat me. Robert De Niro. Hugh Grant. Who doesn't have J.K. Simmons in there? He's one of the greatest actors of all time. Owen Wilson.
That dude is everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
Just like Willem Dafoe. He's in literally fucking everything. Any movie out right now. He's in a movie in theaters.
That's why he's at the top of mine because, I mean, since I rewatched every single Wes Anderson movie, that's the reason why he's at the top because he's in more than half of them.
And Renee Zellweger is my next one, which that's only because I watched all 4 of the Bridget Jones movies, and I watched Jerry Maguire, and I can't remember the other one. I literally can't remember the other one, but now I'm going to pull up Mike's here so we can go through his Amish porn.
I can't wait for this.
So this is where I get completely pulled off of YouTube because we're going to be looking at all the Amish porn.
And yeah, have watched some of the Joe McDope's shorts.
I was about to say, if you said you've seen some of the porn that's on here, I was gonna be like, damn, you'll watch that, but you won't watch Pulp Fiction? Damn.
Or Goodfellas.
Or
Jurassic
Goodfellas?
Bedroom. Oh yeah, I've seen that
I
one.
probably has some Girls Gone Wild on there.
You are lucky I did not do a spit take.
And I
I
would
would
always
have
that
I
shit
would
out.
have to clean up my carpet.
Mike has to do that every week.
And no, I gotta say this stream is much better than what's going on SmackDown tonight.
I'm not even watching the damn SmackDown.
Taped.
I'm having fun here.
Same as me.
But let's go over Mike's. Now, I don't know if Mike can see this. Do you have a good view of your screen so you can see what's on the screen and describe it?
Yeah, I'm on my phone, so yeah.
Okay. So there you go.
What's that say? 2025?
2025.
Hey, Patrick, I thought of something funnier than 2024.
69.
2025.
69.
God damn it.
Uh,
Oh, jeez. Noah.
There is your entries, reviews list, everything.
Okay. 211 diary. 211 reviews, 211 diary entries, 38 lists, 13,000 likes. Jesus. 379 comments. I didn't think I got that many. Goddamn. And
I was
409
only in the
hours.
20s, I think.
409 hours.
Of course, I say that. I haven't seen it.
Now I gotta get Letterboxd Pro.
Yeah, I got Patreon, so it's like
I got Patreon as well.
more expensive.
So.
And I'm poor. I got pro.
Your two best buds have got Patreon while you got Pro.
Pro sounds better.
True.
I mean, if you want to change posters, then you might as well have Patreon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. But we
Like,
can
I mean, if
take
you
a look at your top.
if you can use like if only with Pro you could actually change posters. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish that was the case.
Mhm.
But let's take a look at your top 20 of 2025 so far.
All right. Yeah. Sinners is the greatest thing of all time. We get it.
I have
we
some.
get
All right, now I have some issues with this list. No, I'm
Bruh.
kidding.
Brother,
it. Bruh.
you be picking
You
on
ain't
me
even
because
seen
I have
that
Mission
shit.
Impossible at number 2, and then he has it at number 5, and it's like, oh yeah, now I got issues. Brother.
Man, you ain't even seen half the shit on there. I don't want to hear it.
mean-
Life of Chuck, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I'll
Pretty
be
good.
watching that at the end of the month, my boy.
Good man. Bring Her Back,
That was my number 7.
creepy movie. Warfare, number 4.
That's my 5.
Look, I watched your shit. I don't need
Okay.
to-
Yeah, sure you do.
Okay. Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning at number 5. Vengeance Most Foul at 6. I don't even know if I should consider it a 2024 movie or 2025 movie.
I still morally go. I like my MO. If everyone was able to see it in 2025, then I go by that standard.
Yes,
Okay.
like what you say about Better Man. It was released 2024.
Everyone was
but still kind of
everyone else was able to see it this year.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that's what I stand by.
Okay. And then Final Destination: Bloodlines, Predator: Killer of Killers, Novocaine, Looney Tunes: The Day the Earth Blew Up, Mickey 17, F1, The Venetian Scheme, Ballerina, Materialists, Thunderbolts, The Gorge, Paddington in Peru, Freaky Tales, and How to Train Your Dragon.
There was some. Well, I know there was one.
Love me some How to Train Your Dragon there, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey
Sorry,
17,
guys.
Mickey 17 and stuff should be a little bit higher.
Bro,
Brother.
you ain't even seen any of the good shit this year, dude.
You didn't even watch like Life of Chuck. I mean, I haven't watched Life of Chuck,
Oh,
but at
because
least,
my kids took it out, that's why.
at least I told Mike I will be watching it.
Yeah,
And
this
so
is
will I.
like 3 movies on that list.
And Mike, you know I see more than half of the shit that's on
No,
here.
I seen
Mhm.
4 movies on your list.
Say
Let me see.
difference.
No, actually 5. Actually 5.
Let me see.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, yeah, fine. Fine. Yeah.
Your week, your least watched was what the fuck were you doing? 3 films?
I don't remember what happened that week, bro. I slept since then.
And your most watched, that's 13. So 13 films. That's not bad. 30 average every month. About a movie a month. That's not
Movie
not
a
bad.
Yeah.
7.9, about one every single day. This is the fun part. Your first film of the year.
Complete Unknown. Yep. First movie I saw in theaters this year. Big Trouble in Little China was the 50th movie I watched this year. Okay. Minecraft. Michael's favorite
Chicken
movie.
jockey.
Chicken Jackie. Yeah. Companion was a rewatch. Which one is that? The Machinist?
Yeah, that's The Machinist.
Yeah.
Most recent movie was Paranormal Activity 2.
No.
I mean,
Most watched
that's not
Sinners.
a bad one, though, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, one of the better ones, but still not great.
True.
Sinners, watched 3 times in theaters, so yep, great movie. When did I watch Eraserhead twice this year?
I think you probably logged it a second time, like for David Lynch. I think that was probably why, if I'm not mistaken.
Can you check my entries for that? No, because I don't
Yeah.
remember watching it twice. That's weird.
Go to diary.
17th and 18th.
Oh, okay. Because I ended up.
The one for the 18th was to honor for David Lynch.
Yeah, it wasn't actually a rewatch. I don't think. Maybe it was. I don't know.
All right, Minecraft
Yep.
twice. Yeah.
Yep. Bring Her Back, Companion, Warfare, Sonic 3, Minecraft. Not Sonic. Sinners would probably be a lot higher once I get it on Blu-ray.
Yeah. Which, by the way, comes out this Tuesday. Can't wait to buy it.
Yep.
I'll probably buy it once I get paid.
What, Sinners?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have
No,
like
freaking Jurassic Bedroom.
I have my copy coming Tuesday.
Oh, Jurassic Bedroom? Okay.
No.
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 This is
Oh,
Patrick Jones.
Not bad. 152 older films and 59 newer films. All of them have been reviewed. 58 rewatches and 153 new watches.
Dope.
Heads up.
Half star. No half stars.
I've given a few. I've given a few half stars.
1 star and 25, just like me, 25 5 stars.
I've only given one star this year.
I only give him one star this year.
Oh wait, that's because that was with the Electric State.
Yeah, I could have sworn I gave something else 1 star.
I don't think you logged it though.
That could be.
I think it was probably the new Star Trek. I
think that was it.
But
yeah,
you
that
didn't
movie
log
was
it though.
awful. No, I didn't feel like it because that movie is terrible.
And
But
then
hey, at least you got your frustrations out about the Electric State, so I'll give you that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who the hell is Shea Wiggum? Oh yeah, Shea Wiggum. He's the dude from Mission Impossible. Yeah.
Dude, Tom Cruise is actually close on my end. I think he was like
You can tell.
only-
You can tell what movies I watched this year, man. Come on.
same
Mission
thing here with me, dude.
Impossible,
Same thing here
All of
with
the
me.
Mission Impossible cast.
I mean, the only two that he was behind. I think the only two he was behind for me was only Bill Murray and Willem Dafoe. I think those are the only two that he was behind on me.
Mm.
And then your directors.
Brian De Palma, nice.
Yep. Christopher McQuarrie makes sense because Mission Impossible. David Lynch, I was doing a rewatch. Danny Boyle, 28 Days Later, 28 Years Later, and then Sunshine, I believe.
Sunshine. I think it was Sunshine.
Yep.
He definitely had to have been Sunshine.
That's why I said that, Luke.
I told
Mike
Mike
Flanagan.
Sunshine was okay to me.
Yeah. You're wrong. Mike
Well, I haven't
Flanagan.
seen it in a while, but I remember I watched it once and I found it okay. I got to do a rewatch at some point.
What did I watch from Mike Flanagan? Because it was.
Did you watch
Yep, Life of Chuck, Dr. Sleep, and I don't remember the.
Was it
other
Oculus?
One. Might have been.
I think it was probably either. I was thinking it had to have been Oculus.
It might have been. Yeah, I don't remember.
I
Darren Aronofsky. I watched a couple of his movies for the first time this year.
Did
Like
you,
his
did
big
you see
ones.
the trailer for his new film called Caught
Yeah.
Stealing?
Mm-hmm.
I still have not watched the trailer, but I mean, it's Darren
It looks
Aronofsky.
It looks fun.
So,
Spielberg, Jurassic Park, and what else have I seen from him this
what
year?
about Lost World? Did you
Fableman?
ever watch Lost World, or was it
Nope. No, the only one I rewatched was Jurassic Park because I just don't feel like going through the rest of the franchise, especially since Rebirth.
Oh,
Oh, it was Minority Report.
Right. Okay.
Minority Report. Love Minority Report.
Great movie. Yeah.
Let's go back up here.
Brad Anderson was The Machinist and Session 9, and then Wes Anderson. I watched Rushmore, and I think I might have rewatched Fantastic Mr. Fox.
I think I think it was I think it was Rushmore and the Venetian Scheme.
Oh, yeah, that could be. Yeah.
And then Paul Thomas and I was wondering with Paul Thomas Anderson.
Magnolia and There Will Be Blood.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. I still got to continue on with my marathon before one battle after another.
Yeah.
Going down
I've only
here.
seen 3 of his movies now, so.
There you go. And then there's all of your random stuff.
I just
highest average.
Time Machine.
Which one?
I just watched the Time Machine and I loved it.
Yeah, it's the original one.
Yeah, the original one. I watched it.
My I'm trying to remember what my highest average was. I think my highest average was Parasite.
I'll pull your page up here in just a second.
I know my highest average was Parasite.
Breaking Bad, I just finished rewatching with my mom this year, so that makes sense. Fear Street.
I don't know. I think that one might have been my lowest average. I don't know, man, because that film was garbage.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not freaking Hurry Up Tomorrow because that has like a 1.8 now, and it's just like
no. Wait a minute.
Man, I don't get the freaking hate.
Either it was that one, or either it was Fear Street, or it was Kind of Pregnant that are my lowest average ones.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I know my most popular one is definitely Parasite.
Rudderless should not be the most obscure. That movie.
I mean, my most obscure is a movie that no one's watched or even heard of. So,
yeah, I don't know why Rudderless is so unseen though. It's such a fucking good movie.
Let's see, longest. It's the paint drying one.
Yeah, because I reviewed it to, like share a list that one of my friends posted, I think, and then the shortest is Fantastic Planet. Yeah,
I've heard of Fantastic
Planet. My shortest was It's the Easter Bee with Charlie Brown. And then my longest was The Brutalist. That was when I first watched The Brutalist.
Let me bring up mine because I forgot to do.
No, I
mine.
didn't actually watch paint drying. All 600
Because who would?
minutes of it. Well, I don't know.
If you were
To be fair, like instead of like a really crappy horror movie, you could watch paint dry on a wall and probably be more scared because it might be the wrong color. I'll give credit to Jacob Hubbard so he doesn't sue me.
Thoughts on Parasite being crowned best film of the century?
Makes
Deserved.
sense. Mm-hmm.
Deserved, honestly. I mean, it wasn't my number one pick, but it's definitely deserved why it is.
Which reminds me, I have to do that. I have to do that trend. I keep on forgetting. I might do that as I'm watching La La Land. I'm not sure. But we'll go through this. My other stats here. High, low. The highest average was Whiplash. Fucking phenomenal movie. Lowest average, Jack and Jill.
Good to see Jack and Jill there.
Most popular, Fight Club. What is this most obscure? It doesn't even have a damn poster for it. What is this? Oh, the Winter Patriots.
The Winter Patriots.
That's a documentary.
Yeah, that's something I've never heard of.
Yeah, that's a 25-minute documentary all about the Revolutionary War, and there's reenactments and stuff like that.
Noah's documentary phase.
Going up here. Yeah. My newest is a Machu Picchu Proposal, a Hallmark film that I love everybody in it. The oldest, 1935. That's a short showing you all of the studios in 1930s. And it ends with Walt Disney. And he hasn't made any films yet. Very quick little short, but it's great. Longest movie so far this year is Casino. Loved that for the first time I watched it. Phenomenal movie. And Canadian Lancers. That's a short I watched on Turner Classic Movies. That's all about this group of kids at a horse riding camp, and they're just called Lancers, and it takes place in Canada. It was a fine
Pretty
show.
self-explanatory.
Interesting.
But
Very self-explanatory.
personally disagree with what I don't think that Parasite is a bad movie, but I don't think it's the best of the century.
That's fair.
If you had to pick any other film besides Parasite, what would you pick? And I'm asking all of you. What's your best movie of the century so far?
Nosferatu. Knowing me.
Classic Luke answer. Classic Luke answer. Yep.
Mike,
How
I'm
would I have
just
seen that
gonna
one
say,
coming?
Mike, I'm just gonna say you're not the first person to ever say that phrase.
No, I know. I was just, how would I have seen that coming?
I'm just saying you're not the first person to say that.
Yep, I know. I'm sure.
I've gotten shit for that before. Not for Nosferatu, but just the phrase you said.
Yeah. Best of the century? Fuck. Probably Interstellar or Blade Runner 2049.
Okay, but if
Movies
something
I
said
know
that's
Luke-
not Nosferatu,
Whoa.
I'm gonna go 28 Days Later.
That's a great one too. I know Blade Runner and Interstellar are both movies that Luke loves. I'm just kidding.
Dude, I never said I hated those two.
I know. I'm just kidding. But you don't like them as much as
I don't love
do.
them as much as you do.
So, yeah,
What?
that's
Because I think both those films honestly have their
What?
problems.
no.
Why no?
Michael, best of the
Michael.
century. Best movie of the century. What is your pick?
Best movie of the century. Let's see. I have to go with Blade Runner.
No, that's
49.
Oh, wait
no,
for
this century, the 21st century.
Yeah.
Okay. Cloud Atlas, which I think is very underrated.
What?
Nick's face.
This
What?
face.
That's a random pick. Okay.
The Wachowskis. And also, I have to go with. Let's see. That's the only one I could think of. Cloud Atlas for now.
Okay.
That's a random ass pick. Okay.
What were you expecting? Pulp Fiction?
Well, that's not even from this century, dumbass.
From my house.
I'm going to make myself a rule. I can't pick anything from the past 5 years. So if I had to pick the best movie of the century, shit. The Wolf of Wall Street.
You know what my second pick would be?
What?
Wicked.
Why?
I fucking love Wicked, dude.
Why?
But that's not even in the top 200.
No.
Let's see.
That's not even in the top 1,000.
Overrated. I wanted to get Mike's reaction.
Of course you did. Wow.
But
you know
Mike,
what? Another one is a Minecraft movie.
Mike, I was gonna say this one for you. I was gonna say this one for you and I, since because we both love watching these movies. Crank 1 and 2.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, Noah, you would know. We freaking watched Crank 2 together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a great watch along.
Dude, that was sometimes I try to think back to what are my favorite ones. I think Crank 2 might be my favorite one that we've done.
That one, I've never
That
seen
was
anybody get up and walk out of the room.
That was so unhinged, bro.
And Mike, it was your first time watching Crank High Voltage, and
I know,
dude,
I know.
I'm just gonna say, man, that fucking reaction to the horse track scene. I that's the part of the watch long I watched the most, because us laughing at that shit was perfect.
And I warned Cam and Gavin. I warned them. They thought I was bullshitting. They thought I was just
Cam was
kidding.
like, "Don't tell me they're gonna do it in public again." You were like, "This time it's worse.
This time it's a lot worse."
They go over the top with that, dude.
But before we end this, we might as well do this. We're going to go over our all-time stats.
Oh.
Make it a bit more fun. So I'm going to go with Luke first, and then I'll go with Mike and myself.
Let me guess. Michael's going to be you.
Well, he can't. Well, we can't even pull up his though because
I have.
Okay,
I
but if he had it,
if he had it,
yeah.
He had it, yeah. So
we're gonna go through this very, very quickly, and we'll just do the bit pieces. So 5,276 films.
This also includes a lot of short films.
Yeah.
So
9,283 hours watched. This is very interesting. Directors 2,534. 67 countries. Longest streak watching a movie 241 weeks. And 918 2+ films per day.
Yep. I watch a lot of movies.
We will go down here, all that stuff. No, we'll just do the bits and pieces. The collections, yeah. Most watched. This is what I wanted to get to. The most watched for Luke.
Yes.
Wow, Super Mario.
Super Mario Brothers. I've watched that movie 11 times. Super Mario Brothers
Such a good movie.
is my comfort movie. What is with that tapping on the window?
Oh no, that's
Michael?
fireworks.
That's fireworks.
Oh, it's
outside.
fireworks. That sounds like a tapping on the window. I mean, I don't even hear fireworks from my area. But regardless.
It's not mine yet either.
But regardless, Super Mario Brothers, that's my comfort movie. I can watch that movie and I feel better. Like, even if I'm going through, like, you know, some depression and I need some movie to cheer me up, that's one of them. Skinamarink, I know a lot of people are going to be like, why Skinamarink? Well, here's the thing. I love how experimental that movie is. And that movie has massively grown on me. Like, first viewing, I fucking despised it. But then hearing theories and actually watching other people's reviews, I watched it again, and then I was like, oh, now I see what people are saying now. The Black Phone, I've seen that 9 times. Noah, you know me, dude. You know me. I love horror movies, and I love Scott Derrickson. Jackass number 2, I'm a big Jackass guy as well. I mean, you see a few of these movies pop up on this list.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifier 3 and Terrifier 2, both 8 times, and the first one 7 times. Call me a sicko all you want. I don't fucking care. I love these movies. Yes, I know they're gory and they're disturbing, but that adds up the fun.
He likes watching disturbing stuff.
Not like the most disturbing stuff.
Yeah.
But like Terrifier, I'm a gorehound. I should morally say. I'm a gorehound. The Batman, I watched that 7 times within the calendar year of 2022.
And it doesn't even
7 times.
And it doesn't even feel like a 3-hour film.
I rewatched it when I moved in and still holds up. Jackass Forever, again. The Jackass movies I watch whenever I need to cheer me up.
Yeah.
Candyman, that's the 2021 version. I know people are going to cuss me out for that, but I'm sorry. I like that one more than the original. The Maltese Falcon, that's another comfort movie of mine. I know that might be a weird one to say, but it is a comfort movie for me.
I'm ashamed to say I've never seen that movie. I'm ashamed.
You should check it out, man.
I never seen it either.
You guys should check that out,
Let
man.
me add that to my watch list for this week because I feel like that's one I should have seen by now. I should have seen the Maltese Falcon.
That's one that should come on Turner Classic Movies.
You actually want to know how I first discovered the Maltese Falcon?
Oh.
It was actually because of my theater teacher. When I was a senior in high school, she actually had that movie in her VHS collection in her classroom, and anytime like during class, like when I was still taking her class, like she would actually let me borrow some movies. So that's actually how I watched a lot of them, like how I got into more like classic movies was because of my teacher. Nosferatu, no need for an introduction on that. Now. Let's keep going down for a second. Some of these that we're gonna talk about here. Some of these I've seen more than I have logged them.
Yeah.
Like Hellraiser, I've seen almost 10 times, and same thing with all the Jackass movies. I've seen those way too many times. Amish stuff. Oh my Jesus Christ!
I love my viewers.
Yep.
I love my viewers.
And I'm going to be and I want to be clear about this for anybody that's still watching. I've been on Letterboxd for 5 years. So
wow.
But
I've only been on it. God, how long have I been on it? I'm not sure. But
I just want to say I had to leave for a second, but I was listening to the conversation, and Michael was talking about Mario.
Mario. I'm going on a walk to New York.
New York.
Had to pull that one. Anyways, I'm going to continue.
Mario.
Like I said with like the Jackass movies and Hellraiser, I've seen those more than I have logged them. And same thing with Trainspotting. I've seen that one more than I've logged it. The Green Knight. That's an interesting one for me to have seen 7 times. That's a comfort movie for me. I don't care what people say. That's a comfort movie of mine.
okay.
Evil Dead Rise, same thing. That's another comfort movie for me. Again, 28 Days Later, I watched that so many times to build up for 28 years later because I was that excited. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and also the first Sonic the Hedgehog, those are comfort movies. Those are absolute comfort movies. Monkey Man, you guys know how I feel. I don't need to go any further.
You should have marked it higher because of how good that movie is.
I know, but it's just for some reason I haven't really had a desire to rewatch it for some reason. But maybe soon I'll give it another watch because it's a damn good movie. Bob's Burgers, that was because of how much I was into the show. Bad Guys, again, comfort movie. True Romance, I love True Romance. I know Mike's gonna be like, how come you've seen Doctor Strange 6 times? And that's Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah,
mind you.
Yep.
But I don't know. Valentine.
We'll wrap up with that.
But see, Valentine, that's background noise for me. I mean, I still enjoy watching it, but that's morely for background noise. Saturday Night, again, comfort movie. Mickey
Still waiting
17.
on the watch along.
Yeah, Mickey 17. I love watching it. I already pointed out the first Sonic the Hedgehog. Abigail, another example. Gran Turismo, again, I really enjoy watching that. So.
And now I will pull up Mike's here. I'm just going to pull up Hellraiser because I think that's probably the best one in that list to find it. Yep, right there. So it just makes it easier on me.
Well, I mean, the last time I watched it was when I watched it with Mike.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I remember you texting me about it. Like you wanted to watch it after you read the book that it's based on.
Yeah.
And your all-time stats.
All-time stats. It wants to load on my end.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Got 4,259 movies watched, 7,000 hours, 2,503 directors, 65 countries, 226 week longest streak. Okay. 705 film days. Okay.
2+ film days.
Oh, 2+ film days. Okay.
We're just going to skip all of that, and we'll just go down here to... Well, motherfucker, move.
Motherfucker. What a fucker.
Most watched.
Okay. Candyman I've seen 8 times. God damn. Okay. Yep. The original one's great. Great fucking movie. Halloween I've seen 8 times. Also a great movie.
Classic.
Army of Darkness I've seen 7 times. Makes sense. Man of Steel. Great movie.
Love that movie.
Christmas Vacation.
Classic.
I've seen it a lot of times, but I think the last couple of years I've watched it like multiple times for Christmas. So that could be it, but I don't really remember. Great movie. The Big Lebowski. Makes sense because I watched it a lot last year. Loki, that one is like how many times I've seen it. It's just like when I initially watched the show, I reviewed it like by every week. So
Gotcha.
Die Hard seen 5 times. Makes sense. That's how many years around Christmas that I've been on Letterboxd. Same thing with The Grinch. Halloween, great movie. Friday the 13th remake. I didn't really think I had seen that many times, but okay. Fantastic Mr. Fox, makes sense. Aliens, that's an interesting one. I don't remember watching it that many times. And same thing with Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I don't remember seeing it that many times.
I don't remember you watching that many times either, dude.
Yeah, because I didn't watch it for the first time until like 2023 or something like that. So,
Great movie.
It is great.
But I was looking at one, but like Jeepers Creepers, that makes sense.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Because I know how much you love Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah. Baby Driver also makes sense.
Underrated Edgar Wright film.
Love that movie.
Yep. Donnie Darko, again, I've seen that a lot. Jeepers Creepers, like Luke said, I love that movie.
Actually, really quick.
Fiction. Oh.
You want to know how many times I've seen Donnie Darko?
How many times? God
Same
damn.
with me. I watched it
Once.
once. I watched it
I
once,
love
too.
Donnie Darko. I've only watched it once.
It's
Well,
such
you
a-
gotta rewatch it. You gotta rewatch it
will.
because
I
it's
will
like one of
at
those
some point.
movies
It's
where
just-
you keep rewatching it and you like unravel one more layer of the onion.
it's
it's
very
cool.
slow paced.
I mean,
That's the
I
point.
think I even even remember at one point when I was in theater class, I actually worked on one of the monologues for Donnie Darko.
Oh, nice.
I actually did work on one of those for my theater class.
Nice.
So, but
Pulp
maybe the
Fiction.
rewatch will do the trick.
Yeah. Pulp Fiction also makes sense.
Yep.
It's amazing. Scream 6. Saw that a lot, I think, when it came out on Paramount Plus or something like that. So that makes sense. Suicide Squad. I watched it like 3 times the week it came out, so I guess that also makes sense.
Good movie.
Yeah, Perks of Being a Wallflower also makes sense. I've seen that movie a lot. American Pie, same thing. Evil Dead 2013, Evil Dead 2. I've done a lot of Evil Dead rewatches, man. It's not fun. Zombieland, great movie. Nightmare on Elm Street, also amazing. Scream. Nothing else needs to be said about Scream. Nightmare Before Christmas, RoboCop. RoboCop makes a lot of sense because I used to watch that movie a lot.
Buy that for $1.
Yep.
And then to wrap the show up, we'll go with mine.
Oh.
Okay.
I think actually thinking about this, before I finish up the Brutalist, I think I'm going to rewatch Donnie Darko after we're done with this.
Okay.
Good boy.
I think I'm going to go ahead and rewatch Donnie Darko.
One thing before I show this, I've mostly been rewatching a lot of stuff just this past year. For multiple years, I've only been watching a film at least once a year. So a lot of these are just this year. So here we go. A life in film for me. 2,621 films, 4,058 hours watched, 1,665 directors, longest streak, 132 weeks, and 601 2+ film days. Go down here. Most watched. This is no surprise to anybody.
No.
Not surprised.
No.
Not surprised that Mrs. Doubtfire.
Surprised it's not on
Mrs.
mine,
Doubtfire.
honestly. I've seen that movie a lot.
Not even Wonka, dude. I mean, I know how much you love Wonka.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love Wonka.
I was thinking Wonka would be his most watched.
Give it
I
time.
know. I know my man Noah with Wonka.
Give it time. Mask. Obviously, I've seen The Mask more than that, but just seen this
It's
this many
party
times
time.
since I've been on here.
Tommy guy.
Hot Tub Time
It's
Machine.
so quotable. Hold me closer, Ed.
The Last Dog, Tim.
What about
Hot Tub Time
That's so
Machine.
spicy meatball?
Oh,
I
there's my
love-
first firework.
Oh,
Dude, Hot Tub Time Machine, dude.
it's probably my
I remember
favorite
watching
film.
that for the first time during COVID. Was when I
I
first
got in
watched
so
Hot Tub
much
Time
trouble.
Machine.
I got in so much trouble with that particular film when I was like 12. I was not allowed to watch any R-rated films.
And it was R-rated.
And Michael remembers this. 2010, Monday Night Raw promoted the hell out of Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah.
Multiple weeks. My theater did not get it, but I walked down to the family video. But get this shit. They will let me rent it at 12 years old.
Wow.
But they wouldn't let me buy it.
They let you rent it, but not buy it.
They let me rent the movie for $3.97, but wouldn't let me buy it for $4.95.
That's certainly
So my
something.
mom had to come down there with me so I could hand the motherfucker who was just there my $5. And then she also got mad at me because I watched the most tame R-rated fucking movie ever, The King's Speech.
Yeah, that's pretty tame.
And she got mad because of that one swearing scene. And I'm like, okay.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, Mike has kind of had that same experience with at least a couple of movies that we talked about, where it's like a family member of yours fucking hates it because of a certain swear word that's used in it. Like, you told me about that with like Puss in Boots and like the Fablemans.
Yeah, it wasn't like necessarily I wasn't allowed to watch it, but for some reason
I know, but like I'm saying, like that's a different scenario.
Yeah, my aunt said she didn't like Puss in Boots because it said "damn" or something like that. I don't know.
No, he said what the hell.
Oh yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, Puss in Boots said what the hell in that movie. I'm like, really? That's the reason? Have you not seen Jaws?
Billy Madison. I've seen that way more than 4 times. Hocus Pocus.
They called a shit poop.
Hocus Pocus. I've seen that thing twice in theaters. Every time it comes back to theaters, I gotta see it.
I actually did go see that in theaters one Halloween.
Doesn't that add something to it? Seeing a movie like that in theaters, that helps me enjoy the movie more because I'm in the theater, because I wasn't alive in '93. So I couldn't have seen it. And it wasn't until like 2020 when nothing was coming out. And they got that in there. I went, I'll go and see it. Fine. I fell in love with the movie. The Sandlot 3 times. I watch it every July 4th. Grease 3 times. Zombieland 3 times. Paul Blart. Happy Gilmore.
Why can't you just go back in your home, Paul? Back to your home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Valentine's Day.
Every time someone brings up Happy Gilmore, I have to do that. I'm sorry.
Valentine's Day.
I said the price is wrong.
Bitch. You suck. Yeah, jackass.
The Parent Trap. Waterboy. Step Brothers. Of course, I've seen How the Grinch Stole Christmas many more times than 3, but that was just last year. And I guarantee I've seen it a lot more because of that, because my fucking dog loves that damn movie. So, Elf, I've seen that too many times.
Overrated movie.
You know, is there sugar and syrup?
Yes.
Then yes.
Yeah.
Does your dog like the Jim Carrey movie as well, The Grinch?
Noah?
Oh, no. No. He loves the animated Grinch, Elf, and the Polar Express. And anything Christmas.
Just not the Jim Carrey Grinch.
No. And Jaws,
That's fine.
I've well, that's
It's
only
a
because
dog, Michael.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But I've seen it.
Dogs have worse attention spans than babies. My God, dude.
Yeah. But Jaws, I've only seen twice since being on here. But now it's a July 4th film for me. Watch it every single year. But that's it, everybody. Oh, one more question before we end here. Do y'all like the Dune movies? Yes, I like Dune Part 2 a lot more.
To be clear, to be more clear, the Denis Villeneuve Dune movies.
Yeah.
The first one is great.
I'm actually one of those people. I actually prefer the first one over Part 2. I mean, and this is coming from someone who's seen both. I definitely prefer the first one.
Yeah.
I like the way they kind of set things up more in the first one, because at least from the first film, you know, like straight up that it's a setup movie to Part 2. But the reason why Part 2 doesn't work as well for me with the ending is because I thought it was going to be a conclusion, and it was just another setup movie.
But
so
guys,
it doesn't feel like it's tied together at the end of the movie.
We've reached 2.5 hours, and we got to end this. So, as always, everybody, I might do this more often down the line, just like a random hangout, looking at the updated stats. I'll definitely do this video on my own, and at the end of the year, I will do this with all of us. Michael, you got to get Letterboxd Pro or Patron, one of those two, because it's well worth it. But as always, everybody, like and subscribe for more. Stay tuned. I do have a lot of interviews coming up on the podcast. I have 3 interviews scheduled. and Cassandra was going to be my favorite one. But as always, guys, like and subscribe for more, and I'll see all of you guys next time.
Peace.
Goodbye.
Where do you go when the fire is low?